Hello guys, we have a 2009 Ford Crown Vic. This has had some work done to it. I was recently looked in the engine bay not too long ago, and it's not all rusted out and banged up. It's rough because there's like little scuff marks and stuff here and there. But the dealer lowered this car from $4,600 down to $3,900 now. This car is $3,900. It isn't rotten anywhere. It's got some scuff marks and stuff because it was a police car. It's got nice tires on it. Really deep tread depth. Let's see here. Again, really deep tread depth. It's got good brakes, good rotors on it. When I say good brakes and good rotors, I mean it's got nice, non-rusted. Let me see if I can turn this light on. Like brand new-ish brakes and rotors. There's no rust even on the rotors. They're still like newer. Like that still has like the gray where it didn't wear when they were breaking the brakes in. It's been sitting in the parking lot here. If you guys know anything about me covering these cars, I'm honest with you about things. It does have little scuff marks here and there, like on the corner and stuff like that. It does have the original antenna base is still part of the car. They just took the upper portion off. Let's pop the hood real quick. They lowered it down to $3,900, and normally when you buy a car from a dealer, there's about $600 in fees. So if somebody was to buy this car, there'd be about $600 in fees to come along with it. The control knob and stuff is off of the mirror. You can actually find Chinese ones that actually, they sell you the whole kit that goes right on here, clips onto it. You can get the whole light. There was a guy that just came in here with a Interceptor Explorer and ordered all of the cop lights, the seat coverings, a new center console and stuff, that right out of China. They make the same, they make the direct cop car stuff. They just bolted right in basically. 156,905. It's missing the ashtray cover right here. Fires right up. It's missing a little dome light piece. Still got the Lund Interceptor box in it. Passenger airbag on off. Airbag light is on and tire light's flashing, but those are never really that difficult to assess. Let's see here. Sprayers spray real nice, actually better than mine. My town car is pretty much perfect, other than some cosmetic flaws, but
you got that $5.
trunk pop, it worked. Let's see if the pedal switch here. Okay, it works too. I hear the sound like the pump kicked on. See if it gets cold. Oh yeah, cold immediately. Oh, I see the little button right here. I'm sure you can get these radios. got ice cold AC. Wow. Let's go check out this engine. Trunk pop. Could mount a spare tire there. You put the police tire back in it. That's the AC compressor kicking on and off and making that buzzing noise. So, somebody put a lot of new components on this vehicle, because I think what they were doing is they were trying to chase a problem with the wiring harness, and they actually ended up putting a whole new wiring harness in it, new ignition coils in it, new EGR in it, new evap or purge valve in it. It's got new lines and stuff in it. It's got a new PCM in it. What they were doing is they were chasing a problem that they couldn't fix, but when they replaced everything, then they fixed it. Alternator's newer, the battery's newer. It's a Ford Max battery. Manifold studs still look good. They're not all rotted out. They look like they'd actually be taken off pretty easy still. They took all the cop stuff out of here and just cut and left everything else still mounted. It's got a newer starter in it. It's newer power steering lines in this. Motor sounds great. There's no coolant seepage around the actual aluminum journal that goes from one side to the other. It's one of the main things I check when I'm looking at these. I don't see any of that there. And then I want to see if they sealed this vent back up in here. Oh, it looks like maybe somebody did. Anyhow, let's go drive it and see how she runs. It's got the bulb taken out of the front. I would just take this thing out of here. I wouldn't leave it. Just make sure the doors and everything work. It's got some cover material here, but anyway, like I said before, you can actually order the recovering of all these seats. You just have to do some research to see online. Handles feel good. Ah, I noticed there's a little crack right there. You might be able to try to haggle with these guys and get this vehicle lower. I mean, that's up to you. I told the sales manager I was going to tell you guys that I would call and try to haggle with them if somebody does. It's not all rotted out, you know. The metal and everything you grab in here, because they don't put all that crap around the wheel well and stuff on these. It's solid. There's nothing rotten. And then when you look underneath the car, it's got this surface rust on the edge, where some of it's flaking right on the edge. But if you actually look at the frame and the rest of the body, nothing is rotten under this thing. It's actually in really, 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 really great shape. Aluminum drive shaft. The cop cars have the steel lower control arms instead of the aluminum ones. They also have a tighter steering rack and pinion than like the town car does. Well, let's go drive it. Okay, off we go. Ooh, a little wheel spin. Posi traction, baby. Yep. Good little posi action going on right there. We're gonna get out on the road. You'll obviously see just me trying to beat on it a little bit to show you guys that it's in good shape. It ain't making a lot of noise or anything. Trans is good. Shift's great. So we come around the corner up here and let's roll into it and see what we got. She's cruising. It runs pretty good. It actually does feel tighter. Like you just move it a little bit and it moves. So I can tell the power steering in one of these is definitely tighter than a town car. And then it rides pretty good, actually. The bad thing about these cars is the fact that they're really, you can hear all the noise from the motor, the transmission, the driveline and stuff like that because there's no insulation. It's a cop car. So there's a specific reason why these were built the way that they were built. And if you look at, you know, just it's basic, it's plain Jane. There's nothing fancy about this car. It still even has the rear light cutout in the tint, and it has the mount that the police lights would go into. I feel like my car is quicker than this car because I've done some, you know, a few mods to it. But you can hear it underneath the center console because there's nothing stopping that sound from coming through from the driveline, the trans. It's a good running car. I mean, this is a car for somebody to get to be reliable every day. To beat on it a little bit, to just have fun with it, whatever you want to do. This car is stout. The suspension is stiff, takes off pretty good. It's to compare this Panther car to any other Panther car would be disservice because it's a police car. Even though it's not owned by a police station anymore, it's still built like a police car. It's noisy. It's got minimal options to it. It's stripped down. It's been abused, but somebody's taken very good care of it. So at the same time, it's a runner. Ooh, baby. He moves good. He moves pretty dang good. Trans seems to be very, very healthy, very responsive, very healthy, not slipping at all, zero. Just very clean, crisp, firmer shifts, very nice. I'd have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with just the regular cop car setup. Well, I hope you enjoyed, guys.